Hello students, welcome to this class. In today's lesson, I will be talking to you about unusual possessives and how to avoid them. The tip of the day is that to avoid unusual possessives, you must use prepositional phrases instead. I have 5 examples here on the board of unusual possessives, and I will tell you how to correct them using a prepositional phrase. The first one says, "This was Leslie's teacher's recommendation." This was Leslie's teacher's recommendation. Instead of saying that, because this is a very unusual or strange, awkward possessive, we will say, "This was the recommendation of Leslie's teacher." I will just write it down here small. Alright, I just scribbled it fast so that you can see how it would be. This was Leslie's teacher's recommendation. That is a very, very strange, awkward, unusual possessive. So we will use a prepositional phrase. The prepositional phrase here is of, as you can see, that is a preposition of Leslie's teacher. That is a prepositional phrase. So instead of saying this was Leslie's teacher's recommendation, this was the recommendation of Leslie's teacher. In order to not use double possessives in one sentence, you must replace one with a prepositional phrase because it looks awkward, unusual, and wrong. The next one says, "The politician's office's schedule." You could add here, "is full," to give a complete thought. The politician's office's schedule is full. As you can see, this is also awkward, weird, unusual, because we have 2 possessives here. The politician's office's schedule is full. Instead of saying that, we will say the office the schedule, I'm sorry. The schedule of the politician's office is full. As you can see, I just left one possessive, politician's office. The schedule of, again, we are using the preposition of. We replaced it, the other possessive, with a prepositional phrase to make it look correct. The schedule of the politician's office is full. All right, next one. Marina's to-do lists notes. Let's add something to that sentence. Are sloppy. To make it a complete sentence, Marina's to-do lists notes are sloppy. We have 2 possessives. This is unusual, awkward, and weird. So we are going to change this by using a prepositional phrase. Instead of saying Marina's to-do list notes are sloppy, we are going to say the notes of Marina's to-do list or lists are sloppy. So it completely changes by adding a prepositional phrase. We know that we're using the preposition of again. Marina's to-do lists. The notes of Marina's to-do lists are sloppy. Not Marina's to-do lists' notes are sloppy. The next one is the environment protections. Oh, this is only one. The environment protections volunteers' job. This is the environment protections volunteers' job. That sounds awkward, weird, unusual, and incorrect. So we need to change it and use, instead of replace one of these possessives with a prepositional phrase. Let's see. The environment protections volunteers' job. This is the job of the environment protection volunteers. As you can see, I changed the whole sentence just by adding a prepositional phrase of the environment protection volunteers. If you are in doubt of how prepositional phrases are used, please look up one of my videos in which I talk about that amply. Next, I will give you some more practice examples so that you can get this topic a little bit more clear. Now you are going to help me correct these unusual, awkward, weird, incorrect possessives. Alright, the first one says, Shelly's boyfriend's room is upstairs. Shelly's boyfriend's room is upstairs. How would you correct that? The room? Do you see the pattern in the correction? You need a prepositional phrase, but the thing that will go first is the object, room. This is what we are talking about. Shelly's boyfriend's room, the room of Shelly's boyfriend, I'm just gonna write down BF, boyfriend, is upstairs. That's how you would correct it. So you got rid of one of the possessives through the addition of the prepositional phrase of Shelly's boyfriend. The next one says, Lily's mother's car is outside. Lily's mother's car is outside. It looks weird, it looks wrong, it looks horrible. Do not ever use two possessives in one sentence. So instead of saying Lily's mother's car is outside, we will take the object first and say the car of Lily's mom is outside. So we got rid of one of the possessive nouns. We got rid of mothers because it is not necessary. With one possessive is enough to make sense of a sentence. Lily's mother's car is outside does not make sense. Whose car is outside? The car of Lily's mom. That sounds a lot better. And the last one says, David's work schedule mistakes are inconceivable. David's work schedule mistakes are inconceivable. That one is correct, isn't it? I was just trying to trick you. David's work schedule mistakes are inconceivable. Now we are going to create an unusual possessive out of this correct sentence. David's work schedules mistakes are inconceivable. As you can see, I added an apostrophe and an S, or created the possessive form of schedule. David's work schedules mistakes, or the mistakes in David's work schedule would be more correct, are inconceivable. So this is not necessary, and this is a correct sentence. Next, I will leave you some homework, because remember that you need to practice to improve your English. Thank you so much for watching. Now for homework, you are going to write 4 sentences using unusual possessives and then correct them. Where, if you have a workbook, you have spaces to do your homework in. And if you don't, please leave your homework in the comment section below this video, along with comments, suggestions, questions, anything you want to say to me, please do so. I will be very happy to read anything you write there. If you have feedback for me, if you didn't like this video or if you didn't like any of my other videos, please also let me know in the comment section below this video so that I can improve and help you a little bit more. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Faby Fitzgerald, and I'll see you in my next video. Would you like to watch my next video? Click on the television to the right. To you about the use of the apostrophe in names of businesses, places, and or